Hi, this is Jim Starkweather, the publisher of KitMaker Network, and welcome to another episode of Cracking the Box. This is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do a die-cast model today, and not even the whole model, just kind of a portion of the model. This is one of those subscription offers from Die-Cast Club or Eaglemoss Publications. If you're not familiar with these, they do quite a few vehicles, including a DeLorean from Back to the Future, and they've got James Bond's car and quite a few others. So this is just another pop culture icon, obviously the Willys MB Jeep, which this is supposed to be a 1944, I believe, variant. So I'm not sure how historically accurate it is. I'm sure they'll have lots of comments about that, but yeah, it's a 1/8 scale Jeep in die-cast. And you can get it in a subscription format, so you get it in issues. The first 2 issues are only $1.95 with free shipping. And then everything after that is about $10.90 a month, I believe. You get 4 issues a month. And there is a shipping charge, I think, on top of that, too, like $2.50 or something like that. So you're looking at maybe under $15, essentially, for each month after. The entire number of issues, or the complete number of issues, is 120. But that does include a utility trailer, which does extend the length of the kit to like almost 30 inches. And a AT tank gun, which is another option. This is a kind of a freebie that they throw in, I guess, at some point during the subscription process. You get the 1/43 scale Jeep and die-cast, and I believe there's 2 more freebies that are thrown in, worth a $70 value. So if you do continue the subscription, obviously some people just do the subscription up to the point they finish the total Jeep. And maybe they don't want the trailer, or they get the trailer and they don't get the anti-tank gun, whatever. You can obviously cancel the subscription at any point you want to. So this is not for the faint of heart. If you're interested in this in terms of a collectible item, or you just like die-cast vehicles and you want to build your own, then there's the utility trailer that's 29.5 inches in total length. So the kit is pretty detailed. You can see a lot of canvas parts and various metal parts. There's quite a few bit of plastic obviously included with the smaller parts as well. Not everything is metal. Yeah, we'll basically be doing it here on the channel and on the websites, and we'll show you the process of building it and what's involved. And I'm actually curious to see what parts are included, because I'm not really sure about like engines and stuff. I don't know if the hood's going to be liftable. Some of those things aren't kind of even on the websites, at least not that I found, anyways. So we'll be doing this in a weekly format if I can do it. Hopefully I can keep to my schedule. This first episode's proven to be really fun. I've spent already 4 hours on it today, so this better be worth it. No, just kidding. The process, though, we'll be doing the first 2 issues today, and then I'll probably do the next 4 issues next Friday. So tune in then if you want to watch the next part. Here we go. Opening the first one, though. This is going to include basically a little invoice just telling me what I'm getting, and then nicely wrapped here and with some nice bubble pieces. And I did open this once before, open the actual parts, and then had to re-record the video because I hit slow motion or something, so it started doing everything in slow-mo. That was fun. And this one is the hood piece. Obviously in the front grille was the first one there. And then they include some promotional materials which do kind of go over, more of what you get, and the history of the vehicle, that kind of thing, and kind of looking forward as in like what you're going to get. And then they do include this poster here, which is kind of a nice little cool thing. You could throw it on your wall there as inspiration for finishing the project. Got some nice photos there with some historical photos on the side. So then I think we're going to push on to actually the first one, which is the hood. And opening it up, it's nicely wrapped up here in a double layer of plastic, which eventually I figured out how to open, but it did take me a little while. And you can see that the hood itself is, once I get it out of the box here, is a pretty chunky, big piece. If this was real 1-to-1 scale, man, this thing would be armored. That's some seriously thick metal there. But for the purposes of building the vehicle, obviously it's nice to have it in that kind of sturdy format. Not sure about the numbering on the side. That looks like awfully long numbers for World War II period, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they did have some long designators like that. You can see the screws are nicely marked in those little lettered bags, which does come in handy for identifying them. And then this includes the headlight cups and some clear plastic for the lenses, some small plastic for the marking lights, small clear that I end up losing one. Let's not go there. Uh, and these pieces are obviously all individually in their little individual areas. I don't know where the clear plastic was. I didn't actually see it. I might actually have already lost one at this point, but yeah, I didn't see it in these containers. So maybe that's why I kind of lost track of it when I popped one up, and I heard it. I heard where it went, but it just disappeared. They have included this little screwdriver in this set, in the first set, and so it is magnetized, so it will help keep the screws on the end or near the end. And then these are the little cones for the marking lights and the various other pieces that are in there. And those are the headlight holder brackets that are going to attach onto the front of the grill there. And they probably attach then onto the body, I would imagine. And there's the clear plastic piece that I was like, oh, well, yeah, where's the other one? And I'm looking around for it. Where's the other one? Where? Yeah, two of those. Yep, you're missing one. So this is where I went, okay, look at the floor. Yeah, 15-20 minutes after looking at the floor, no clear plastic piece was to be found. It was eaten by the floor. Okay, so the clear lenses, they're supposed to go on vertically, so I'm trying to line that up vertically. I really needed more light and probably wearing my reading glasses, but I didn't have them on at that time, so yeah, I might have to go back and pop those off with like a toothpick or something and get those on straight. And then we're going to move on to the marking lights, which these basically just kind of go over like the pin there, and then the other piece fits right over the top, or back. The back piece fits over. And then they just push in, and you're done. So pretty easy. Most of it is very easy. Single screws, or sometimes double screws on things if they really need a lot of attachment. And this one will have to be without clear plastic, so it's not really going to be all that noticeable. We'll just say that somebody broke that one. Somebody broke it. Yeah, or it got shot out by a bullet, an errant bullet. There's the screws, which I think one is longer than the other, and we've broken out a couple of those for this next part, which is basically just attaching on these marking lights to their little stands. This part was a little tricky. The instructions, the first at least 2 instruction sets, you need to go onto the website and get off of a PDF they have online. I printed out the pages just from the online PDF, so I'd have them here. But I did have to use the visual images to kind of see where these pieces were supposed to go together, because these aren't like kit instructions. You can see they're just basically showing some of the completed pieces. They're not really showing directions of what goes into what and so forth. You just have to kind of... You have to have a little skill in this area, which luckily if you're a plastic model builder, you probably do know how to put most of these parts together without being hand-holded through the whole process, but some hand-holding would have been nice. You can see, though, that those, I'm kind of lining them up on the graphic there just to make sure I got everything looking like it was in the correct place. Didn't want these in the wrong place. And then they do simply just attach onto the back part of the grill, which we will do next. I'll let the cool music do a little segment there. And then again, single screw going into these bottom sections of these headlight cups. And some of these screws go in a little harder than others. I believe this was where I started going, oh, this screwdriver, yeah, maybe having something a little beefier would be nice. But I'll persist on with it for a while and see if I can make it work. Kind of checking the fit there and making sure it's tight enough. There's quite a bit of turning involved. Maybe even a little power drill would be cool. Actually, no, probably don't. Don't get the power drill. I don't think they make anything that small for one thing, and then you probably end up over cranking it. So once those are in, and I think I just basically figuring out, got to get more screws out. But this one will go in and basically leave an attachment point, obviously, for the connecting to the fender. This is where we're basically kind of struggling with and also the angling and so forth. But eventually everything goes together, and putting on the other one, I believe I was like, okay, I can't really get this one tight enough, so yeah, you're going to see me break here in a second. And struggle some more. Struggle a little more, and then yeah, bye-bye. So we get the bigger handholds, technical PC screwdriver out, which, you know, you need something small enough. These are definitely small screws, but luckily this screwdriver was small enough to do the job and get everything tightened up. There, yep, thumbs up. All right, so next, moving on, we'll move on with those marking lights, which again, little after figuring out where they go, they basically are left and right, so you need to kind of get them in the right positions, and then screw those in. And much easier with that screwdriver. And those are in, and everything looks done. Did we finish reading the instructions? Did we get everything on there? There aren't any pieces laying around, right, Jim? You didn't leave any, like that piece right there. What's that? Where does that go? Oh, yeah. Oh, right down there at the bottom. Okay. All right. Fine. So this is, I guess, probably another angle piece to connect onto something at the bottom chassis or at the lower end of the vehicle. And flip it there for a good measure. And or it should be done. And getting it tight. It's a lot of tightening and making sure things are tight. All right, so the next set, obviously, for the hood, and rolling screwdrivers. Now this one has the windscreen or windshield kind of bumpers, I guess, there. So when it folds down onto the top of the front of the hood, it doesn't impact the thing. I actually never remember seeing that on any of my kits. I always thought they were just smooth hoods. So maybe that was a late war kind of addition onto Jeeps. Maybe somebody in the comment section could let me know. But anyways, so this definitely has them. And then of course there's the front latching for the I guess for the hood itself. Those latches are on the sides there. That's what I'll be working on in a second. They're these little kind of angled pieces. Once I found them, which I think I just did. So we're getting all that stuff in line, and this is where I wish I sped my editing up. But yeah. Oh, there they are. Okay, so I could see them on the instruction sheet, and I thought I actually had them out there, but no, I'd left them in the clear plastic. So I was like kind of scrambling, going, where are those pieces? I don't have those. So anyways, they basically just dry fit in there and move around. So you just kind of fit them in place, and then they're going to screw onto the side of the hood. There's one. That was two. There are, what, 6 screws on there. The bottom 2 I don't use. They're still empty. And so I'm not really sure. That might be something else that's going to go on there at some other point in the future. I assume all the screw holes are taken up. So, but again, getting out more screws, screwing in more things. The black Phillips head screws, I'm not sure, you know, somebody probably a little more anal might come along and want to paint these olive drab. I actually thought maybe making some kind of bolt head piece that fits over them to make them look like a big bolt. Obviously that wouldn't be to scale or wouldn't be accurate either, but at least it would look less like a Phillips head screw and more like a bolt or something. But probably painting them out olive drab would be the easiest thing to do, just to kind of make them less noticeable. But they are, you know, I mean, they're noticeable when you get up and close and look. Of course, as scale modelers, we look at those things, so I doubt anybody is going to look at them who build scale models and go, "Oh yeah, that's normal." I don't know what they could have done to get around this, though. Obviously, they probably could have done something like bolts, and then had you use like a little hex thing to like put the bolts in. You know, that might have actually been the best scenario, but they would have had to make customized bolts for that and stuff. I doubt those are things they could have buy off the shelf or have off the shelf. And then these screw in from the bottom, which I forgot this part for some reason. I wanted to do AC instead of AB on both of those instruction sheets. I think of down, I don't think of across. Some of these screws have kind of turned, and they didn't really seem to be biting anything. I think this might have been one of them, or maybe it was the other backside screw. but luckily one of them did, you know, bite and was good and tight, so that wasn't a problem. Did not present an issue. So once those are on, then we put these, not sure what they are. They, you know, latches of some kind that, you know, obviously latch the well, they don't latch the hood on. I'm actually trying to figure out what they do, because they latch to that. So maybe I'm just forgetting what those are, but yeah, they're obviously they're towards the front. Maybe they're in the open mode. No, I don't know. I'm not even gonna guess. So there we go. We're all done, and that's the first two issues, 1 and 2. So stay tuned for more on this series if you want to basically watch me put this Jeep together. I'm not sure how long I'll go on the series, but at some point, obviously, I'll probably definitely go as far as the Jeep and finishing the Jeep. But we shall see if things work out. If you're interested, I'll put a link to Eaglemoss. You can check out the rest of it for yourself if you want to check it out, and I will see you next time. If you want to keep watching, please do. All right, have a great one. Bye-bye.